Hey guys, it's Maymay, and I'm excited to tell you about a Year of Folios 2025. And what I decided to do to be able to let you understand everything about it is show you the intro video that the students are going to receive. I think it will explain what a Year of Folios is, and if you want to get in on the class this month, January, which is the month that we kind of kick everything off, now's the time to do it. But don't worry if you're later in the year. I talk about that too, how you can come in at any time. But I wanted you to kind of get an idea for what a Year of Folios is. So check out this video that is the intro video for Year of Folios. And if you'd like to get your class, the description has the link to maymayevents.com where you can sign up and join us for a year of fun memory making. Let's get started. Welcome to a Year of Folios. This is your intro video, and I'm going to cover a lot of things here. We're going to cover questions. By the time this little video is over with, I want you to be very comfortable with what you've got coming for the year, okay? Then you'll have a second video that'll be Folio A, okay? And we'll be getting started. So what is a Year of Folios? This is super fun. It's something Shannon and I did back in 2023. We documented our entire year, and so many of you guys came along, and it was so much fun, and we've decided to do it again. This year, we're going to be doing some things a little different. Some of the things we learned from 2023, we're bringing into 2025. It's going to be hard because that year we skipped, right? But here's what I want to tell you about that. The first thing we're bringing with us is we don't need 12 different folios. This is something we discovered. I was designing a new folio every single month for 2023, and we realized we really don't need that, and we would actually like to spend more time doing different things in the folios than just covering them with cardstock and photos. So we're going to bring to you in this Year of Folios 4 different folios that we will be calling A, B, C, and D. So in January, you'll get Folio A, and we'll do that one first. Then you'll get B, C, and D. Then in May, we're going to jump right back to A, and then B, C, and D. And we'll do that all throughout the year. We'll just alternate our folios. Now, once you've gotten all 4 designs, can do them whenever you want to and however you want to. The point of 2025 folios is to document your year. How you do it is up to you, but I'm going to give you 4 folios that will take you a long way. As we're building the folios, you'll see how far they'll take you, because I'm building some really good base folios that you can add to and manipulate and edit in any way you want to get what you want. Now, the second thing we're bringing into 2025 that we didn't do as well in 2023 for ourselves is we're going to pay more attention to the photos. In the past, we made the folios and then we made our photos fit. Shannon and I love to get our photos printed at our local photo shop. We use Walgreens and CVS. That's just because it's close to us. I prefer to do that than using a printer. I find that the photo printers cost me more money than doing it through my local. Because what I've discovered is, actually Shannon discovered, at both of those photo printing places, there's always a coupon, and we typically get our printing for 40 and 60% off. It's amazing how you can do that. So we tend to go right there to our local to get them done. And saying that, there's certain sizes we can get. We can get wallet size, which is about 2 by 3. We can get 4 by 4, which tends to be my favorite. And we can get 4 by 6 and then on up from there. So Shannon and I are really trying to focus our 4 by 4 and our 4 by 6 photos in these folios. And that is why the third thing we brought with us from knowledge of 2023 is we want a bigger folio. So this year, 2025, our folio will be larger. And I'm going to show you without opening it right now because you'll see it in the video. This is the size we'll be doing, okay? It's 8.5 by 8.5. We're going to use every bit of our 8.5 by 11 paper, and we're going to make it as big as we can with that size cardstock. Now, there's a lot. I'm going to talk about this in a second, but let's keep going. Everything else we brought with us from 2023 is this. And this will be number 4, right? We love doing our folios, but we were doing them on Zoom, and what happened was we had one screen. And although there's lots of capabilities for me to change stuff in Zoom, it's not as easy as my current live streaming platform that I use. So we decided we wanted to use our current live streaming platform and stream it to YouTube instead of Zoom, and have 2 camera setups clearly defined so you watch Shannon work and you watch me work. because we both do our folios very different. And so I think it'll be fun for you to be able to see what she designs and what I design. Now, the other thing we're going to do different from 2023, which I guess this would be thing number 5, we're going to do a little different. So we're going to kind of pre-plan individually. So you're getting your folio design a month in advance, okay? So like this folio will go out this Friday, this design, and you'll have an entire month to look at it, plan it, decide how you want to do things. Last time we did this, I think we had a week or 2 weeks in advance, and we want to give you a little more time. And after May, you'll have a lot more time because you'll have all 4 designs, and you can choose from them what you want to do for which months you're doing. Now, why is that important? Some months you're going to have 50 pictures, and some months you're going to have 5. That's just what's going to happen. You're going to have busier months and less busier months. So you'll have plenty of room for photos. You'll be able to fill up your folio whether you have 5 or 10 pictures or whether you have 50, but you'll be able to do that because we're going to be very planned about how we do this. I think you're going to enjoy this very much. I think you'll be able to learn a lot more than we did last time, and I think you'll get a lot more ideas than we did last time. Last time was super fun, and we have a great 12 folios to look back on, but we wanted to kind of edit and give ourselves the best of both worlds this year. Now, for you, for the participant, for the Made It that's going to come along with us, you know what's great? You don't have to stress. Let me take some stress off of you, okay? Some of the questions we've been getting, what cardstock, what supplies, I'm going to take all this stress off of you. The best way I'm going to take stress off of you, number 1, is this. Every single thing we will do this year is recorded for you. You will be able to back up, rewind, fast forward, pause, watch a week after we've done it, watch it 6 months after we've done it. You will have access to everything over and over again. You do not need to panic. Nothing vaporizes. Everything is recorded, okay? The second thing that I want to give you to take the stress off of you for this event is this. We are available to you. You can reach out to us with any question, and we love questions because it helps us to know what we need to say for you guys to know, what's next or what we're doing. You can reach out to Shannon. Her email is shannon@maymaymadeit.com. These will be in the description, by the way. You can reach out to tamatha at maymaymadeit.com, and they have all the information you need to answer all your questions. Now, I would suggest if it's folio build related, folio measurements, sizes, design, anything like that, reach out to Shannon. Shannon is working with me, like she is helping me design. We sit down, we talk about these things because we want to make these the best we can, even just for our photos, but also yours. So she has a lot of knowledge there. Now, if you have questions about times, links, where to find the Facebook group, where to find comments, where to find emails, things like that, you want to reach out to Tamatha. Tamatha handles all of our social media, and she can, if you get lost, she's your person to get you corrected, okay, to get you right where you need to be. All right, let's talk about supplies. Supplies, it's super easy. The thing about a folio is you need nothing, honestly. You need so little to make them happen. Your supplies are going to be easy. Here's what you're going to want, okay? You're going to want your bone folder, your scoreboard, your trimmer, some adhesive. I suggest one of 2. My favorite adhesive is art glitter glue. If you're new here, art glitter glue is not glitter. It is made by Art Glitter Company. It's their glue, and it's my favorite, okay? This is the glue press from My Sweet Petunia, and this bottle is what comes with my glue press, and I refill it with my art glitter glue. So if you're new, you've never done this with us before, this is what I'll be using throughout the series. And secondly, I'll be using sticky tape. Now, there's lots of different kinds of sticky tapes. These 2 here are Craft Perfect brand. I love that brand. We also carry Elizabeth tape, which I also love, and we also carry Score tape, and I love all of those tapes. Typically, I'm a glue person because I'm too lazy to sticky tape. It just slows me down a bit, but sticky tape is just as great, okay? So you'll probably see me using this a lot. But the big elephant in the room is cardstock. What cardstock do I need? Now, you're going to be like, I wish you'd have brought this video to me sooner. Here's the deal. It's not stressy. You don't have to go buy a bunch of stuff. I really want you to work from your stash this year. We're not sending you kits. We're not sending you cardstock you have to use. We want you to dig into your stash And we want you to be able to buy papers for the months you want to use them. There's so many cute papers out, and that's one thing we're bringing from 2023. We gave ourselves paper to use the whole year, and we were like, why don't we do this? I want to use super cute papers that are specific for each month, and that's what we're going to do this year. So for the base, this is the most important cardstock you'll get, is the one you build your base with, okay? I am going to be leaning on two different kinds. This one is Harmony Hues. It's brand new to us. It's actually brand new on the market. I love it. It comes in 12 by 12 white, black, and multicolored. You'll see this is 8.5 by 11. I cut it down to 8.5 by 11, okay? So all of my offcuts, I will still be able to use that 1 inch off the side and that little bit off the bottom here. I'll still be able to use, but for our folio build, we'll be using 8.5 by 11. Now, why did I do that? I feel like it's harder for you guys to get 12 by 12 than 8.5 by 11. 12 by 12 is more expensive to have shipped. It's sometimes harder to find in solid colors. I mean, we carry it because it's our favorite, so we make sure we have it. But sometimes it's harder for you guys to get. So we wanted to go 8.5 by 11. And my folio build this year, because I'm paying attention to photos and wanting a lot of space, is an 8.5 by 8.5 folio. This is going to give me lots of room to do lots of things, and I wanted to maximize this cardstock, okay? All that being said, if you only have 12 by 12, cut it down. That's what I'm going to do. You'll be able to use all those strips for other things, okay? When you're picking your cardstock, here's what I want to tell you. This is your sweet spot. Ready for this? 80-pound cover to 110-pound cover. Anything less than that is too thin, and anything bigger than that is too thick, okay? Now, I will say this to you. In 2023, I did 12 folios. Shannon did 12 folios. About 300 students did 12 folios, and we did not use 80-pound cover. We used a lighter cardstock for the folios, and they worked just fine. They are holding up, they are beautiful, and we still love them. So if you're like, I don't have that size cardstock or that weight of cardstock, do not panic. Use what you've got and have fun. As you build a folio, we're gluing cardstock on top of cardstock, photos on top of cardstock. It gets sturdier and sturdier. And I am a person that when I build my folios, really pay attention to that. You'll see that throughout the builds. So I try to make it work no matter what your cardstock weight is, because I know not everybody can afford or have access to this thicker cardstock. Although if you shop at maymaymadeit.com, you have access because we do carry it. The other thing I want to mention is closures. There will be different places for different closures throughout your folios throughout the year. I'm going to show you what I suggest. These are my favorites. Now, I will tell you this. I do know there are other options. I do know there are less expensive ways. I do know there are other ways to do this. I have seen just about every way to do this there is, because I'm also a student of folios, okay? But I will tell you, for my dollar, I like these. These right here are quick, easy. They're pre-adhesive. I don't have to stress about matching things up, making sure I have this, making sure, nothing. I have these packs and I'm good. This one gets me 6 sets of magnets, and this one gets me 10 sets of magnets. So when you think about it, I don't use very many of these because I'm probably going to use 1 or 2 of these for a big folio and then 1 or 2 of these throughout a folio. So you don't use them. This won't be one folio. This is multiple folios right here. You do you, okay? If you have a different way, a favorite way you like to do, a way you save money, the way you get things done, you do that, but these are what I'll be using. The other thing I want to suggest, and I think this is a very affordable option and it goes a long way, are Velcro dots. They are not magnets, but they work and they're very good. So if there's a place we're wanting to do a closure, or you're wanting to add a different kind of closure or flap, consider Velcro dots if you don't want to spend the money on magnets, okay? Now, I'm going to work really hard throughout this build to try to give you options. So where I use a magnet, I'll try to either show you an option or give you an option that if you don't have a magnet, you can make a different kind of closure. So I'll always try to do that for you, okay? Now, I may have mentioned this already, but another thing we're going to be doing in 2025 that's different than in 2023 is we're going to be planning our folios out. So because we'll have that month, we'll have time to look at what we want our folios to look like and compare it to our photos. So Shannon and I will be using different paper. We won't use the same because she has a different taste than I do. We're going to be looking at what cardstocks we want to use each and every folio. So you'll see us use something different every month. Now, does that mean I won't pull some from this month and that month and put them together? It doesn't mean that, because I love, to mix and match things, but you're going to see us using different cardstock throughout the year. That's something we're really looking forward to, because there's so many cute cardstocks and ephemeras out there. We really want to use those. So you'll see those when we're designing during our design sessions. Now, this is what I want to say to you as a participant. If I were participating in this event, this is how I would do it. I would watch the folio build. I would not build along with your video. I would watch the build, okay? I would get all of my tips and tricks I'm going to give you throughout that video, and then I would have this in my head, and I would start thinking about my folio, okay? Then, if there's any edits I want to make to the build, when I sit down to make it, I'd make those edits. Some of those edits might be, you might see me glue something down and you think, you know what, I'd rather glue decorator paper under that before I build this. That's a great thing for you to pre-consider, okay? So pay attention to my build and the edits you might want to make. The other thing I want to suggest is wait and watch us when we decorate. You don't have to decorate the day we do. Just hang out and watch. Just kind of see what we do and how we use our ephemera, especially the first month. Kind of get an idea for how we do things. You can always watch it again. You can always make it later, but feel free to work along with us. That's fine. A lot of you will. But if you're unsure, take your time. You have a year to get these done, and you have plenty of time to do it, okay? Now let's talk about photos, because that is a thing that I know everybody panics about, okay? I don't have enough photos. I don't take a lot of photos. I don't know where to get photos. Let me give you some suggestions. Number one, take your phone with you. You're going to anyway. Take your phone with you. If you see a sunset that's beautiful, snap the photo. If you're eating something delicious, snap a photo. If you're at an event, snap a photo. If you are at church on a Sunday morning and you see a beautiful scripture in your Bible, snap a photo. These are memories that we're making, okay? These are going to be memory books. It doesn't have to be posed photographs of your family and portraits and things like that. These are memory books. So whatever it is that's important to you, what you see that strikes your fancy, snap a photo. Also, let's say you don't have a lot of photos, like maybe you're like me, your grandchildren live 12 hours away from you. No worries. I get photos in my text messages from my children. I get photos on Facebook or Instagram, wherever my daughter-in-law or my son are posting photos. You can get those photos and print those. You might have a friend that you share pictures back and forth. You can use those photos. There are so many places besides just you being a camera buff, or what is that called, a photog? Rather than you're taking pictures all the time, you can get pictures from other places. Another thing, maybe you take a trip. Maybe you go to your favorite little city for an adventure. Snap a photo somewhere there, snap several photos, or collect things. You might collect a map or a little city flyer, or maybe you go to an event that had a flyer they passed out. All of that can be used in your folios, your memory folios, okay? So don't limit yourself to, I've got to make sure I take 150 pictures. Honestly, if you get 10, 12, 15 pictures a month, you've done pretty good. There are some months I load this guy up, my folios up, but some months I have very few pictures, and I don't let that stop me, and I don't even stress about it. I just want to be able to document the year. Okay, the next thing I think is really important is this. We will be communicating with you through email and through our Facebook group. There will be nothing private in the Facebook group. Like, I won't post something there that we don't email to you unless it's chat, okay? There may be, I just might want to share something. I might just want to say something about the folio or chat about the folio. What I'm going to try to do really hard is I'm going to try to post in the Facebook group and then also come back and post in the video, like in the comments of the video, especially if there's, hey, I had an idea, you might want to try this kind of thing. So I'll try to do that. But I would encourage you, if you are not a member of Facebook, and I know, listen, I held out for years. I did not want to join Facebook. You can make a Facebook just to join our group, and you don't have to look at your feed. You don't have to have a feed for Facebook. You can just have a Facebook profile and join our group. And the reason this works is because you have an order number and we know you and we can allow you into the group. We don't let profiles that don't have any background in them typically in our groups, because those are typically like robot profiles, but we will approve you with your order number, so you can set up a Facebook group for Jane Smith and join the group, right? No big deal. You can do you on that one, okay? But we will send out emails periodically, so please pay attention to your emails in case there's updates or anything we want to share with you. If we get to the point where Shannon and I are kind of like, hey, I know what I'm going to use, what paper I'm going to use in 3 weeks, we'll share it with you. You know, as we know, we'll do our best to share that with you. What I need you to do, ask questions. If you have questions about any of it, maybe you didn't even know this was a thing that you could join. Maybe you didn't even know Year of Folios was existing. You can sign up using the link in the description of this video. You can email us for questions. You can contact us at our store. We'll have all of that in the description. And you can go to maymayevents.com for more information if you just want to purchase a seat in the class. Now, if you're watching today and it's like March of 2025 and you're like, I've missed out, you haven't missed out. You can always go back and catch up. And you can always use these folio builds for other things. It is 4 different folios than we've ever brought out before. So if you want to have that and get in on the like decorating and the monthly planning, and you can go back and watch all the previous videos no matter when you come in, so you can join at any time. Also, the cool thing about this event is we're having 2 swaps this year. Now, why are we doing that? I'll tell you why. You guys love swaps. When we open swaps up to the public, and what I mean by that is if we just do a swap on YouTube, we tend to get so many participants that it becomes overwhelming for us. But we love swaps too. I love to make a project to send to someone else. I think that's super fun. And I love to get things from other people. So we built 2 swaps into this event. We're going to do one in the spring, and then we'll do one in the fall, okay? And those swaps will be one of the A, B, C, or D folios. You'll just create a folio, okay, using A, B, C, or D design, decorate it 100% except for photos, and then you'll mail that into us, and then we will send you back one from one of the participants, another participant in the group. So you'll send in a folio and get a swap. You don't have to participate. The shipping back to you is built into the cost of this program. You will have to pay to ship your item to us. It's impossible for us to be able to do that for you. So you will have to pay to ship it to us if you want to participate. So it's available to you if you want to. And it will be a much smaller number that we'll be able to manage really well. So we're super excited about that as well. If you want more information about the swaps, you can reach out, but I'll give you more of that as we get going. Our first swap will probably be end of April-ish, or as soon as we can get 3 or 4 folios out to you guys, okay? All right, the schedule for how everything works is on the product page at maymayevents.com. We'll have that link in the description below because you're like, when do we do this? All that information is in the product page. And again, reach out with questions. Any question, we're here to answer. Okay. We're going to get started. I am right now going to turn this camera off and film the first folio, and we're going to get to it. And I'm excited, and I'm grateful that you're coming along on this ride with us. We're going to have a great year hanging out, having a good time. So until I talk to you next time, bye now.